So, you want to know what's the deal with San Francisco and what the heck do you do when you're there? Well, my friend, guess what? Whether you're a local bored out of your mind or a tourist looking to level up your vacay game, you just hit the jackpot because we've got the best guide to 40 plus awesome things to do in San Francisco that'll have you living your best life. I'm Shar Ayeria, your host and a Bay Area realtor. And in case you miss any of these fantastic activities or want to fast forward to your favorites, don't worry, I got you covered. Check out the description box below for a full list of these fun activities with their corresponding timestamps. Now, grab your favorite drink or snack, get comfortable, and let's dive in. So, let's kick off our adventure with a little bit of history, shall we? A long time ago, back in 1849, people got a serious case of gold fever, and bam, San Francisco came to life during the gold rush. Gold was found nearby, and everyone flocked here hoping to strike it rich. The city became a wild, bustling place where people chased their dreams of gold and fortune. Imagine a bunch of dreamers and schemers going wild for shiny rocks. It was like the ultimate treasure hunt central. Fast forward in 1906, San Francisco got hit by a mega earthquake. It shook everything up, like literally. Buildings crumbled, fires broke out, and chaos took over. The city had to rebuild itself from scratch. It was tough times, but San Francisco bounced back stronger than ever. And today, San Francisco is like the cool kid of the West Coast. It's not just about the bridges, fog, and the hills. It is a tech central. Lots of big companies set up shop here, creating a mega tech hub. It's like the place where all the cool tech stuff happens. Think Silicon Valley vibes, innovation, and the birthplace of awesome gadgets like iPhone by Apple, those sleek MacBooks, and the awesome Fitbit. Oh, and can't forget about the rideshare revolution with Uber and Lyft. San Francisco keeps cranking out the cool tech that changes the game. So if you're into tech, this is where the magic happens. Okay, enough about history. Let's get started with the big one. You know what it is. I mean, it wouldn't be a San Francisco video without mentioning the Golden Gate Bridge, would it? If you've never been here, the views are absolutely breathtaking. Beyond its sleek design and the more serious and dark side to this iconic bridge, it has garnered significant fame in blockbuster movies such as X-Men, The Last Stand, and San Andreas. Hollywood just can't seem to be getting enough of this iconic structure and its epic scenes, so can we. Number 2, Alcatraz Island. Now, let's catch a ferry to Alcatraz Island, that infamous spot with the old prison. First off, Alcatraz was a rockin' prison back in the day, housing big shots like Al Capone, the notorious businessman and gangster who was nicknamed Scarface, and many more dangerous criminals. It was the real deal. And let's not forget that lighthouse, the first on the US West Coast. Since the 1850s, it's been guiding ships, standing tall, and doing its thing. And surprise, Alcatraz has gardens. Inmates used to tend to them, and today some plants are still blooming. All right, let's talk about getting to Alcatraz. Tickets for the ferry ride to the island will set you back around 40 bucks, and there's no age limit. Not too shabby for a boat trip and a piece of history, right? Number 3, Fisherman's Wharf. Craving seafood? Swing by Fisherman's Wharf for a real taste of the ocean and some lively street performances. And oh boy, you can't skip that clam chowder in a sourdough bowl. Now, here's the cool part. Over at Fisherman's Wharf, there's this secret spot where sea lions chill. Pop over to Pier 39 and you might catch them lounging and soaking up some sun. Let's shift gears and explore some more fantastic spots in the city. Number 4, Ghirardelli Square. So it used to be a chocolate factory, now turned into a cool spot. You gotta try their world famous hot fudge sundae. It's a game changer. Oh, and here's a fun one. The original chocolate making machines are still there. Plus, Ghirardelli Square has killer bay views. It's not just about the chocolate. It's a sweet spot to chill. And speaking of sweet, they host chocolate festivals. Imagine a chocolate paradise. So hit Ghirardelli Square, grab that sundae, soak in the views, and maybe catch a chocolate festival if you're lucky. Next up, Chinatown. It's the oldest one in North America. Pretty cool, huh? Wander through Grant Avenue and you'll be hit with those vibrant vibes. Now, you're not going to believe this. Fortune cookies weren't born in China, but right here in San Francisco, Chinatown. Who would have thought? Back in the early 1900s, some clever cookie makers started slipping messages inside, and boom, the fortune cookie craze began. Number 6, Exploratorium. Feeling curious? Dive into the Exploratorium for an interactive science experience that'll bring out the kid in you. It's hands-on, interactive, and perfect for all ages. And tickets are around 30 to 40 bucks. Not bad. Now, the fun stuff. They've got this crazy cool tactile dome where you navigate in pitch darkness. It's very trippy. And don't miss the giant mirror, distorting reality like crazy. Plus, they've got a tinkering studio for DIY fun. And guess what? Thursday nights, it's adults only. Exploratorium is a wild ride for everyone. Hit the like button if you like that. Number 7, Golden Gate Park. It's a gem. First off, it's huge, like even bigger than the Central Park in New York City. Picture this, 1,000 acres of green goodness. And get this, there's a bison paddock in the middle. Yep, real bison just chilling in there. Like what? And you gotta check out the Japanese tea garden. It's all Zen vibes with bridges, ponds, and bonsai trees. And while you're there, don't forget to sip on some green tea. Real chill experience. Oh, and did I mention the carousel? Classic fun for the kids and kids at heart. Number 8, cable car ride. These bad boys have been clanging through the city since the 1870s. Imagine rolling through those steep streets with the wind in your hair. It's a vibe. Oh, and fun fact, they're the only manually operated cable cars left on the planet. On the planet! That grip operator pulling levers, that's the real deal. Now, when you hop on, make sure to grab a spot on the outside. Views are killer. You'll zip by iconic spots like Lombard Street and Coit Tower. So buckle up and enjoy the ride. Number 9, hike in Marine Headlands. Alright, hiking in Marine Headlands is a blast. The views, insane. You'll catch the Golden Gate Bridge doing its thing. And oh, there are World War II bunkers scattered around. History and nature combined. Grab a camera for killer pics and maybe some binoculars for, some bird watching. Cool stuff. Let's keep going. Number 10, Painted Ladies. If you haven't checked out the Painted Ladies in San Francisco, there are these colorful Victorian houses that are like Instagram heaven. Built in the late 1800s, they've seen it all. The gold rush, earthquakes, movies, you name it. That is pretty cool. Now here's a fun fact. These ladies are a prime example of Victorian architecture. They stand out in the city skyline, making them a must-see. When you're there, grab a classic San Francisco treat, try some sourdough bread or Ghirardelli chocolate sundae nearby. Number 11, Coit Tower. All right, this iconic tower is like the city's high five to the sky, offering killer views of the whole shebang. Built in the 1930s, it's got that classic vibe. Once you're up there, you can spot Alcatraz, the Golden Gate Bridge, and even catch a glimpse of the sea lions doing their thing. Now, here's a tip. Again, grab some binoculars if you're into some people watching, or if you want to check out the intricate city details. Oh, and when you're done soaking in the views, head down to the Filbert Steps nearby. It's a bit of a climb, but totally worth it. The stairs are lined with beautiful gardens and sculptures. Number 12, Ferry Building Marketplace. All right. This place is like the foodie paradise. From fresh produce to handmade chocolate, they've got it all. Speaking of treats, don't miss the famous Blue Bottle coffee and the mouth-watering Acme bread. And guess what? This spot is historic. It's been around since 1898. So when you're munching on that delicious cowgirl creamy cheese, remember you're soaking in some serious history. Number 13, Presidio of San Francisco. It's a historical gem. It's been around since the Spanish era, way back in the late 1700s. 1700s! Picture this. It's got awesome views of the Golden Gate Bridge, making it a prime selfie spot. Now, they've got this place called the Walt Disney Family Museum. It's not just for Disney nerds. It's a cool exhibit that'll take you on a journey through animation history. It's very fascinating. Oh, and there's this ancient military cemetery, the San Francisco National Cemetery. Some big shots from the Civil War are resting there. It's like walking through history. Kind of spooky too, but cool. But wait, there's more. The Presidio is like a nature lover's paradise. Hiking trails, scenic overlooks, you name it. Now, let's talk munchies. Off the charts, you gotta try the Presidio Picnic, a food truck fest happening on Sundays. Food from all over the world, and the vibe is just perfect for a chill afternoon. Number 14, Lombard Street. Picture this, the crookedest street in the world, winding like a snake down Russian Hill. It's like a roller coaster for cars, one of the most stressful rides of my life. Built in 1922, Lombard Street wasn't always a zigzag wonder. They added the crazy turns to make the steep slopes safer for drivers. Now, as you're cruising down Lombard, keep an eye out for the gorgeous gardens on the sides. And when you're done with the zigzags, hit up the nearby Ghirardelli Square. How many times have I mentioned that so far? It's that good. Do it. Number 15, San Francisco Museum of Modern Art. Get ready for mind-blowing art, like the Kooning's Untitled and River of Fundament is a trip. Not your average art show. Don't skip the sculpture garden. It's a chill art escape. Oh, and the photo collection is basically a visual time machine. No kidding, this is where art meets the cool crowd. Number 16, California Academy of Sciences. This is the coolest place for science lovers. First up, imagine this. A giant aquarium, a rainforest, and a planetarium all under one living roof. Yeah, it's like a science party up in there. Now, the aquarium's got some serious underwater swagger. Sharks, jellies, and even some fish with attitude. They're all in there strutting their aquatic stuff, and don't miss the penguins waddling around. Cuteness overload. Next up, the rainforest. Humidity, check. Exotic plants, check. Butterflies flapping around like they own the place, double check. It's like stepping into a tropical paradise, minus the sunburn. And guess what? They've got a planetarium that'll make your head spin, in a good way, with stars, galaxies, and mind-blowing space stuff. Number 17, San Francisco Botanical Garden. Picture this, 55 acres of plant paradise. They've got over 8,000 kinds of plants strutting their stuff, and they're not shy about it. Some are even showing off rare moves, like the carnivorous plants. Yes, they snack on bugs, and definitely don't miss the Magnolia collection. It's like a flower fashion show. Feeling zen? Hit up the Garden of Fragrance. It's like a spa for your nose. Lavender, rosemary, and mint. It's like a botanical aromatherapy session. They've got events too, from bird watching to yoga. Because who wouldn't want to do the tree pose surrounded by actual trees? Next, you gotta check out the Cable Car Museum. It's like a time machine for these iconic streetcars. Inside, you'll see these massive wheels spinning and pulling those famous cable cars around the city. Oh, and there's this crazy collection of antique cable cars. Imagine hopping on one of these bad boys back in the day. Such a wild ride. And they have this super quirky gift shop where you can snag some cable car swag. Who doesn't want a mini cable car as a souvenir, right? Next, you've got to check out the Asian Art Museum. It's got this killer collection from all over Asia. Think China, Japan, India, you name it. One standout is the Jade Room. Yep, room full of jade. It's like stepping into a green dream world. Super chill vibes. Oh, and the Terracotta Warriors, mini army dudes made out of clay. How cool is that? They're like the OG action figures from ancient China. Kids love them, and honestly, so do adults. Now, here's a pro tip. Go on a Thursday evening when it's chill and you might score free admission. You're welcome. Number 20, San Francisco Zoo. First off, did you know this place has been roaring since 1929? That's right, almost a century of wild fun. They've got over 2,000 critters from all over the globe, lions, tigers, and bears. Oh boy. Now, buckle up because they've got a grizzly bear named Kachina, who's basically a celebrity. You've got to catch her in action just doing her bear thing and stealing the show. Oh, and don't skip the Penguin Island. It's like a black and white fashion show, and you're the VIP guest. Make sure you dress the part by wearing your tuxedo. And for the tiny explorers, there's a children's zoo where they can pet and play with farm animals. It's like a mini petting zoo, perfect for the kiddos. Alright guys, if you're enjoying this tour, show me some love, hit that like button, comment down below and tell me if you've ever been or are planning to visit any of these places. And now back to the adventures. Number 21, Ocean Beach. This beach is amazing. Imagine 3.5 miles of awesome sandy space. But wait, there is more to it than just being pretty. It's got some cool history too, from shipwrecks to surfers riding the waves. And hey, if you're up for an adventure, get your own board and ride those Pacific Ocean waves. Now, when you're hanging out at Ocean Beach, don't miss out trying the s'mores at the bonfire pits. Picture this, roasting marshmallows with an ocean view. Whew, it's so dreamy. Number 22, Twin Peaks. Hike or drive to the top of Twin Peaks for panoramic views of the city, the bay, and the surrounding hills. Best time? Sunset. The view is like a giant painting. Bring quarters for zoomy binoculars and check out Alcatraz or just people watch. And if you get hungry, grab a burrito nearby or pack a snack. Keep it chill, enjoy the scene, and snap some Insta pics. Number 23. I am so gonna butcher this because I'm not French. Musée Mécanique. Classic arcade games, fortune telling machines, and Laughing Sal, the cackling superstar. Yep, he's there. And there's this cool peep shows, like mini time travel movies. Number 24, Castro District. Alright, buckle up for a Castro adventure, the colorful heart of LGBTQ plus pride. This place has so much history. First up, the rainbow flag. The OG one was sewn right here in 1978. Now it's a universal symbol of love and acceptance. Snap a picture for the gram because your friends are gonna love it. Now let's talk food. You can't leave this place without trying the Castro Super Burger. It's like a flavor explosion in your mouth. And don't miss out on Harvey's, a local fave for brunch. As the sun sets, the neon lights come alive. Dive into the nightlife. Hit up Twin Peaks Tavern, the first openly gay bar in the city. Sip your drink, groove to the beats, and soak in the Castro magic. Next, take a ferry to Sausalito, a charming waterfront town with art galleries, boutiques, and stunning views of San Francisco. Number 26, Randall Museum. First off, it's not just a museum, it's also a science and art center. They've got this mind-blowing live animal exhibit. Snakes, lizards, the real deal. It's like a mini safari right in the city. And for the crafty ones, there's a whole arts and crafts studio where you can unleash your inner Picasso. But wait, there is more. Check out the model railroad exhibit. It's a miniature train wonderland that'll make you feel like a giant in Lilliput. Number 27, Angel Island State Park. Take a ferry to Angel Island State Park for hiking, biking, and exploring historical sites, including old military installations. It used to be an immigration hub. Now it's a history-packed park with killer views of the Golden Gate Bridge. Bring your own picnic, hit the trails, and check out the old cannons at Battery Ledyard. Number 28, the Beat Museum. Ever heard of the Beat Museum in San Fran? It's like a time machine to the wild vibes of Beat Generation. Now, brace yourself for a trip down the memory lane of legends like Kerouac and Ginsberg. Dig the vintage vibes as you stroll through original manuscripts and rare photos. Snap a pic with the iconic On the Road scroll. It's the longest piece of paper you've ever seen. And while you're there, don't miss the typewriter collection. It's like the OG version of your laptop. Good old times. Number 29, Contemporary Jewish Museum. For my art lovers, when in San Francisco, hit up the Contemporary Jewish Museum, aka CJM. Must see Jewish Folktales Retold exhibit and the mind-blowing Yud Gallery. Shop for quirky Jewish goodies. They host events too, so check out the calendar for surprises. CJM is your ticket to a rad time in San Fran. Art, history, and cool souvenirs all in one place. Number 30, Yerba Buena Gardens. Relax in Yerba Buena Gardens, a downtown oasis with beautiful landscaping, public art, and a children's play area. Check out the ice skating and bowling. They're lit. And grab nachos. Legendary stuff. They also throw events, so keep an eye out for the extra fun. Number 31, Museo Italo Americano. Discover Italian and Italian-American art and culture at the Museo Italo Americano. It is a must visit. No age limit, affordable tickets, and a treasure trove of Italian-American coolness. Check out the Little Italy exhibit and the legendary Joe DiMaggio jersey. They host artsy events and the museum store has quirky Italian goodies. Go, explore, and soak in the Italian vibes. Ciao, Bella! Number 32, Conservatory of Flowers. Don't forget to hit up the Conservatory of Flowers, a green oasis since 1879. Smell the infamous corpse flower. It's a real stinker. Find romance in the aquatic plants room. There's no age limit and tickets are a steal. Go, smell, explore, have fun. Number 33, Balmy Alley Murals. Walk through Balmy Alley in the Mission District to admire colorful murals that reflect the neighborhood's rich cultural history. Now, these murals are like the kaleidoscope on steroids. Over 30 years of creativity splattered across these walls. From social justice statements to funky cats, there is something for everyone. Fun fact, it all started in the 80s when local artists decided to turn this alley into a masterpiece. Oh, and don't forget your camera. These murals are Instagram gold. Number 34, San Francisco Dungeon. If you're in San Francisco and looking for a spooky good time, the San Francisco Dungeon is your jam. Picture this, a combination of history and scares, all rolled into one awesome experience. First up, did you know it's set in the real deal Old Mint building? Yup, historic vibes mixed with heart-pounding fun. And get this, it's like a 60-minute roller coaster through San Francisco's dark past. Ghosts, criminals, and a bit of that gold rush drama. You'll see it all. Now, there's no age limit, but I'd say if you're easily spooked, maybe think twice. But if you're game, grab your tickets. They're around 30 bucks, and it's worth every penny. Oh, and a pro tip, snag the combo tickets with other attractions to max out your San Francisco adventure. And hey, don't forget to try to escape Alcatraz drop ride. It's like a mini free fall with a side of, oh my gosh, what just happened? Number 35, Cliff House. All right, folks, ready for a blast from the past? Let's talk about the Cliff House in San Francisco. It's like a time machine with killer ocean views. First off, this place is old school, a blast from 1863 with epic ocean views, snap-worthy selfies, delish clam chowder, and a hot fudge sundae that's pure joy. Tickets are around 25 bucks, a steal for the time-traveling experience. Number 36. Check out SF's 16th Avenue Tiled Steps, a rainbow stairway created by 300 locals in 2003. It's 163 steps of pure color and community vibes. Post-stair climb, hit Java Beach Cafe for avocado toast or Beachside Cafe for killer burritos. Treat yourself, you've earned it. Number 37, Golden Gate Park Windmills. Get ready to time travel at Golden Gate Park Windmills. Spinning since the 1900s, the Dutch windmill is insta-worthy. With tulip gardens and Murphy's got a killer view. Picnic under the windmills with local treats, think sourdough and brews. Number 38, Wave Organ. Experience the Wave Organ, an acoustic sculpture located on a jetty in the San Francisco Bay that creates sounds with the movement of the tide. Wave Organ is like a sea concert you don't want to miss. Sculpted from recycled stuff, it turns waves into chill vibes. Best part, it's free. No tickets are needed. All ages are welcome. Just hit the high tide, bring a blanket, and let the ocean rock your world. Number 39, San Francisco Magic Parlor. Enjoy an intimate and enchanting magic show at the San Francisco Magic Parlor for an evening of wonder and entertainment. Now, picture this: Victorian vibes, intimate setting, and mind-blowing magic tricks. It's like stepping into a time machine, but with card tricks. The star of the show, Walt Anthony, the magician extraordinaire. His tricks will make your jaw hit the floor. Oh, and they have this signature cocktail, the Mystical Elixir. Sip on that while you're watching the show, and you might just start believing in magic. Number 40, Farallon Islands Boat Tour. Take a boat tour to the Farallon Islands to witness diverse marine life, including seals, sea lions, and various bird species. It's a marine party out there. Fun fact, the Farallones are nicknamed the Devil's Teeth Islands. Want to know why? Because of their extreme hazard to navigation. Hundreds of shipwrecks, disasters, drownings, and death have occurred there. Birdwatchers, rejoice! This island contains the largest seabird nesting colony south of Alaska. It holds the largest colony of western gulls in the world. Thousands of feathery friends flock here. There is shipwrecks and lighthouses here too. A real-life pirate tale. Don't forget snacks, but when you're there, try the local clam chowder. Creamy and dreamy. And you know where to go after? Yep, you guessed it. My favorite, Ghirardelli Chocolate Factory. Quick deets. No kiddos under 6 and tickets are around $90. Definitely worth it. Number 41, Sunset Cruise. Now, if romance is on the agenda, consider Sunset Cruise. Picture this: sailing under the Golden Gate Bridge, the sky all painted with orange and pink. Perfect for a cute date or just hanging out with friends. Number 42, Hornblower Cruise. Hornblower's dinner cruise kicks it up a notch. They've got fancy food, live shows, and the city lights twinkling. It's like having a magical evening right on the water. So cool. Definitely take your jacket with you. Number 42, Golden Gate Helicopter Adventure. You get on a helicopter in Sausalito, this cute town just past the Golden Gate Bridge, and boom, you're flying over San Francisco. The pilot talks safety, you buckle up, and off you go. You'll see cool stuff like the Golden Gate Bridge, Crissy Field downtown, Oracle Park, and Alcatraz. There's also Angel Island, the immigrant gateway to the West I mentioned earlier. After all that, you land back in Sausalito, feeling pretty awesome with memories that stick around. Seriously, it's so fun, you might just want to do it again. Number 43, Electric Go-Kart Tour over Golden Gate Bridge. Now, for my early birds, head over to Sausalito, and guess what? This time, you're going to be rolling in style with go-karts. It's like a street-legal motorcycle hitting a cool 75 miles per hour. So, picture this: GPS guiding you over the Golden Gate Bridge into Sausalito. You'll be cruising streets, catching those sweet waterfront views, and soaking in all the bay beauty. Number 44, Golden Gate Bridge Seaplane Tour. Who is ready for a wild ride? Take off from the San Fran Bay, zoom over tall buildings, hills, and those cool trolleys. You can start at Mill Valley Seaplane Base or hop on a shuttle from Fisherman's Wharf. Zip past the Golden Gate Bridge, grab awesome pics for your Insta, and cruise over Fisherman's Wharf, over Angel Island, Alcatraz, and hit up charming spots like Tiburon, Belvedere, and Sausalito. finally land on the water and cruise up to the Sausalito dock. Number 45, exclusive bike, beer, and boat tour. Want an awesome day in Frisco? Start with a bike tour from Fisherman's Wharf to Sausalito. After biking, grab some grub at a local joint with a $20 voucher. They do some awesome chicken, burgers, and you can even sip on sodas or local beers. Then the bike is yours for the day. Make sure to return the bike when you're done. Number 46, Big Boss Hop On Hop Off Sightseeing Tour. This is your ticket to the best spots. Golden Gate Bridge views, Union Square shopping, Haight-Ashbury hippie vibes, and Fisherman's Wharf fun. All covered. Hop on and off at 20 stops whenever you feel like it. No rush, just your own San Fran adventure. Plus, take a break with a half-day tour to Muir Woods for redwoods and seaside vibes in Sausalito. Okay, here's a random fun fact. Did you know that I spent 15 hours researching and making this video? Well, now you do, and I really hope that you're enjoying this and that you will check out a few places from the list. If you do, let me know by smashing the like button, and also write me in the comments and tell me where you're planning to visit from the list, or anywhere else that I don't know of. I would love to hear your thoughts. There you have it, my friends. Thank you for watching 40 plus incredible things to do in San Francisco. It's a different type of video from what I normally record for my channel, so I really hope you enjoyed this adventure with me. Don't forget to subscribe for more awesome videos like this about all things Bay Area, local gems, and real estate goodness. And if you're planning to move here or just curious about the local real estate scene, check out these videos right here for a glimpse of some beautiful properties in the Bay Area. And reach out to me. I'd be happy to help. Until next time, it's Shara Ayaria signing off.